let's move over to let's do running backs and fullbacks. I'm not going to separate those. We alluded to it at the beginning of the show. It's Madison's backfield for all we know. But Myles, you and I have had some conversations just about that room, at least last week, especially when we were at Dalvin Cook's camp. And you think people are too high right now on Dwayne McBride, but let's talk about the group in general.
I did, yeah. Well, I'll get into context there too.
Nope, no context.
Well,
Everybody roast them.
Well, this is the first time in 15, 16, 17, since before Adrian Peterson that the Vikings haven't really had like a true highly established.
I think you mean before Chester Taylor.
Right. Well, in a way, but like Alexander Madison's kind of that Chester Taylor type. Like I think that's a decent comparison. Like, but like the Vikings for so long, they've had Adrian Peterson and they went from Adrian to Dalvin Cook. And those are two high end type running backs. And I'm not going to say Madison's no slouch by any means, but he's not those guys. He's not like a guy that has, he's not super fast. He's not going to break one off for 75. He can't score from everywhere on the field. But he's a good established running back. And I think he's going to get a chance to kind of lead a backfield for the first time in his career. And I think he fits what they want to do. And so it'll be exciting to see a difference in the run game because for so long, the run game was literally the identity of the offense. And so it'll be nice to kind of see that continued shift. But also the depth guys like we talked about, I think Ty Chandler has a chance to position himself to be the backup. Then obviously you have Kenny Nwangu, who I'm not sure what I think about him. I think he's more of a gadget and return specialist more than anything, but hopefully he proves me wrong. And then Dwayne McBride, I'll get into that. I kind of said, I think people are hyping him up too much because he was a 7th round pick and he has a steep hill to climb to like get reps. He really does. Like he's going to have to contribute in special teams and he's going to have to show that he can do it on the field as well and be a pass pro. That's super important for any young running back is how are they in pass pro? Because if they can catch on that early, that says a lot to a coach. And that's usually when they get the opportunities more than anything because the starter is usually the guy in first and second down. And so if you want to come in and sprinkle in as a change of pace or just be involved in the rotation, you're going to have to be more than just a runner, I should say, because he's not much of a pass catcher that we know of. And so we'll see if he can kind of catch on in those ways. But he'll get the preseason. He'll get a lot of time in the preseason to prove that.
I think Ty Chandler last year.
CJ Ham too. Can't forget about CJ Ham.
He's a staple. He's fine.
Yeah.
Actually, before I get into Ty Chandler, Ryan, I want to hear from you, but I also want to ask a quick question as I'm sitting here kind of like watching our video feeds. Are you like, do you hold your phone while you record this? It looks like it looks like your arm is like holding your cell phone.
Oh no. Nope, I'm on my computer, laptop, okay. sitting on the back of a.
So that would get pretty tiring.
For the OG happy hour folks, right? So we used to have a producer on here, Dave, and he had always mentioned that it's really smart to be able to have like something soft underneath and kind of around you as you're recording because it helps catch noise or echoes or whatever. So ever since that, I started sitting on the back, like on my couch, and I just put the computer on the cushion on the top cushion in the backrest there, and it holds pretty true. So and then I'm around this, but anyway, so you were talking about kind of the backup situation. Obviously Alexander Madison's going to be the starter there, obviously. So going back to the Dwayne McBride kind of comment, Myles, is I agree. Like the issue that he's going to have is he's a very similar running back to Alexander Madison. Like they're very. I mean, Madison's actually a better pass catcher and pass protector, at least at the stage that we know about. But from a running style perspective, they're both kind of downhill, just hopefully can break a tackle. And Dwayne McBride's one of the best in college football at that last year, but not overly elusive, not speed backs by any means. So he does have a lot of uphill battle to climb because, typically when you bring in a secondary running back, you're wanting somebody with as you mentioned earlier, a change of pace. And I think that's what Ty Chandler does provide, is he is a bit more explosive, a little bit more elusive in his run style. So I would say Chandler has a little leg up, but again, you never know. Maybe they just want to go thunder and just bruise with these two guys and CJ Ham leading the way, like, and just let them run downhill. Maybe that's the style that they're looking for this year. Who knows?
What is Myles said that Madison couldn't break a 75-yard touchdown run. You guys want to make a little preseason bet on Madison's longest touchdown run this season?
Oh, it's got to be touchdown. It can't just be his longest run. I guess that does tie into my 75. Yeah. Never mind.
I mean,
we could do normal run.
I don't think he has one longer than like 45.
45, okay.
That's
touchdown
like
wise.
That's like cap. That's cap.
Yeah, that's cap.
Yeah.
Touchdown wise, I'd say like 50 or less. Yeah.
I'll take 60. I think he could get a 60-yard touchdown run.
Right. I could use a nice bourbon. Right?
Yeah, say bottle of
Whoa. The bottle of bourbon's not on the table here.
Well, apparently you're giving it to Ryan, but I'm not involved, so
That's a whole player's career versus one play. I'll bet a beer on it. I'll bet a beer on it.
That's fine. I want to know now. I want to know what his longest touchdown is.
Will it even pop up if we quick look?
I'll do it.
I think so. Pro Football Reference should have. Well, his longest run, not necessarily touchdown run, but longest run. He actually did break a big one off, I think, like 2 years ago. Maybe last year. I think it was 2 years ago.
His longest run is 48 yards.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that. I said 50. I said under 50. Look at that. Right, me and Ryan right in the middle. Like,
yeah. That's perfect.
I'm at 60, so that's what I'm going to go with. I'll make a note here. Maybe we should just have a season-long bet here.
Yeah, we should.
But I'm going to say 60 yards.
If any listeners want to Venmo me money when I win too, because if they want to bet against me too.
Myles is less than 50. You got to be
mine's
more.
Mine's under 50. I said so 50 or less. So like 50.
Yeah, you can't win at like 10.
Yeah.
So
technically, you're basically just saying he's going to pop a 60 or
60 or more.
And we're basically saying there's no chance.
I'm saying it's 50 or less. Like, you're saying it's 60 or more.
But yes, you're right. Like, you basically, if you two are having this bet, it has to be either Matt, you get it at 60 or higher, but if he doesn't have a 60-yard run or more, then Myles wins.
Yeah.
Or you can just say it at 50. So you got that's an even number. 50 or less, Myles wins. 50 or more, Matt wins. There you go.
Done.
Anyway.
Yes. We have a defensive preview coming on. We'll figure out the timing of it, but
this week,
maybe later this week. But yeah, a lot more content. Season is back. Football is back. And we're ready to kick this season off. So until next time, everybody, Skol Vikings.